Hi, my name is Tamara, and this is Things Even a Monkey Should Know. Some of you may know me as an artist, and thanks to making art and living with a monkey, I have gained many self-reliant skills. My hope is to pass some of this knowledge along to you so that whether you live by yourself or with a monkey, you have the confidence that you can tackle any need that arises. Today, I will be showing you how to hang a framed anything in drywall. So probably one of the first things you're going to want to know is what all are you going to need today? I'm going to go over that first and show you how things work, and you'll see how easy it is. Okay, so first thing is this corner here where we have all the basic tools that you'll need no matter what kind of hangers you're using in your wall. So of course everybody needs a good hammer, a good sturdy hammer, not a little bitty hammer, because you can't get as much leverage on it so that you can pound stuff into the wall easier. Everybody needs a pencil, even monkeys. Everybody needs a good tape measure. It's really important to have a good sturdy one, not one that's going to irritate you to death because it keeps trying to bend. This one's actually really hard to bend. A stud finder. These are really helpful because they help you determine where the wood is that's holding your walls up, and I'll go over the usage of this in just a little while. And then a drill gun, and of course you don't have to have one. You can use a regular screwdriver, and you can use a sharp object to pound a hole in your wall. However, a drill gun is going to be a lot more precise. Now they're really easy to use, and I will also show you how to use this later. There's several different classes of hangers. I'm going to go over really lightweight hangers, medium weight, and heavier weight. So these first ones are really light ones, and these are about 10-pound hangers. So you can use these little ones that have these nails to hang with. And then there's also these anchors that are in the 10 to 20-pound range. So I'm going to show you how to use all these, but just so that you see what you're using first. These are the medium range holders. These are in the 50 to 60-pound range. I wouldn't hang anything any heavier on them. So first thing you have is, again, a little holder that has the nails in it that come all the way through. You just pound into the wall. You have, again, drywall anchors. Now these are drywall anchors that are supposed to not tear up your walls if you need to pull them out, whereas some of the drywall anchors will. And of course the screws that go with them. Now these screws probably aren't going to be long enough to hang very much for you, so of course you can always remember that you can find a screw that's the same width. And then there's these other drywall anchors that are just a little bit heavier, so these hold, I believe, 65 pounds, whereas these hold more like 75. And you can see the big chunky screws that come with them. For these heaviest ones, these are all in the 100-pound range. You have this first one, which has a hook on it, as you can see. Now this one doesn't use a nail, although you can buy large hook ones with nails, but I feel like these are more secure. Then you have this one, which is a winged anchor, and again it comes with its own screws. If this screw that comes with it isn't long enough, which it probably will not be, then you can always get screws that are the same width as these to use with it, that are just longer so that you have more hanging out. And then you also have these, and these are self-drilling drywall anchors, and they do not come with a screw because you can put any size of drywall screw, any length, of drywall screw into them. The last thing on our table that monkeys are not allowed to touch is things that you will only need if you have to put hanging stuff on the back of whatever it is you're hanging. So like if it doesn't come with a way to hang it, if it doesn't come with a wire or a hook or anything on the back, then this is some stuff that you can use to hang it with. So you have, these are really lightweight little hangers right here. Again, you don't want to use these for much other than, document frames, things like that. Pretty lightweight, probably 10 to 15 pounds. All you do is pound them into the back. They have little nails they come with. You put them on either side, and then you wire them in between. This is a real lightweight wire too. Now if you have something heavier, then you'll want to use these heavier D-ring sort of hangers, screws, or if these screws are too thick, you can also use shorter screws. I really like this braided mirror cord because it holds up to about 75 pounds, this one does, but you can get them even heavier than that, and of course you can get wire heavier. All of this stuff for hanging you can find in your local home improvement store, and well, they have a whole picture frame hanging section, so you should be able to find all of this stuff there. And one other thing that you'll want to make sure that you have is a good pair of wire cutters. They're really nice things to have around the house. So what I'm going to be showing you today is how to hang things in drywall, as I've already said. Now, I built this false wall because the hangers and the anchors I'm going to be showing you, I feel like you'll be able to remember what they do a lot better and be able to better choose what will work for you if you know exactly how they grab into the wall. So this is actually built how the inside of a house wall is built, and just so you'll know, I'm showing you things as simply as possible because I want you to know that you can do this stuff, and these were things that I had to learn that I really wish somebody had shown me in a really simple way because it's really kind of a pain to learn sometimes. I'm doing this outside too, in case you can't tell. So, whenever you have a wall, the way that general house walls are built is they have these things called studs, which is the wood that goes behind your sheetrock, and they are generally 16 inches apart, and that means that from the center of this stud to the center of this stud is 16 inches. Now, the reason that helps you is because if you have something, say you want to hang something 200 or 300 pounds on the wall, well, you don't want to hang it in the drywall because drywall is really brittle and it'll only hold so much weight. So you would want to find a stud. Now that's where the stud finder comes into play. But if you know that you have 16-inch centered studs, then once you find one, then all you have to do is just measure over 16 inches, and it's really easy to figure out where your next stud is so that you know exactly where to hang whatever it is you're hanging. So before I start showing you about how to put in the different hangers and stuff, I just want to show you this little bit about stud finding. What this means is those studs that I showed you around back, those wood pieces that were keeping this wall up, this is what's going to find them. So it detects wood. It detects anything thicker than sheetrock. You started out by putting it on the wall in a place where it's, as far as you know, is just sheetrock. You press the button on the side so that it can start activating and figuring out where your studs are. And then you just slide it along until it finds you a stud. And come back here. Okay, so there's my edge of my stud. So knowing that for studs, they always use 2x4s. Well, since this is my left edge over here, I can take and I can measure. 2x4s are not actually 2 inches wide, they're actually 1.5 inches wide. So I can take my trusty tape measure and I can measure over and I can say, oh, here exactly is my stud. So it's easy, just like that. That's how you use a stud finder.